Hey everyone. So today is Saturday, the 17th, and right now it's 10:24 in the morning. So what we're going to do is throughout the day I'm going to do speed tests. Now, usually the morning is about the best time. So I'm going to go ahead and just start doing them. Like I said, it's 10:24. I'm going to do a series of 3. I'm going to try to do them about every hour and a half to 2 hours. It should be pretty good speeds until 7, 8 o'clock, but we'll go ahead and we'll just do an average and see how it goes. All right, so here we go. I'm going to do a set of 3 here. And I notice whenever I do this, my phone crops the top and the bottom, so I'll tell you what it's at. Well, it's not too bad. So you can see the ping is 61 milliseconds. The download speed is 32.1. This, that's just fine. That's a lot better than what we have. I had somebody complain in the comments, they're like, oh, well, I get way better than that. And I'm like, well, that's fine. We don't. Where I live here in the middle of nowhere, the best that I can buy for $70 a month, the best that I can buy is 6 megabit connection. That was number 1. And so if the best you can buy is 6 megabits, and then I find something that's 20 megabits, like, well, that's a hell of a lot better. So, and this one, the ping was 54 milliseconds. Download speed's 83.9. And the upload speed's quite a bit lower, but that's to be expected. Usually you don't need near as much upload either. It's good enough to do, like, to put these videos, to upload them onto YouTube or whatever. It's more than fine. So that's 3.8 megabits per second. And this is the third one. Ping is 44. It's relatively consistent today. Not quite 100. 97.7 megabits per second. That's really good, though. That's way better than my 6 megabit connection DSL through AT&T, and that's the best that I have here. So, and the upload's 4.60. All right, and that was the 10:24 to 10:26. I'm going to go ahead and stop this, and probably around noon I'll give another one a shot. All right, everybody, it is 12 o'clock, so let's do another 3, see what it looks like here. Now, I must add that they're actually, my wife is actually streaming a TV show out front right now, so, and they were this morning at this morning's speed test. But this is looking real nice. Ping of 32, speed of 139. Nice. Upload speed around 9. By the way, my average upload speed here on the 6 megabit connection download is right around 0.2 megabit per second. So that was number 1. Let's do number 2. Latency 76. That same satellite we were on must be in range of Atlanta now. It's a lot slower, but still way better than what I normally have here. 33.3, very nice. And this one's pretty nice too. The upload. So ping was 76. Downloads 216. Upload, 33.3. And number 3. Ping of 50. And again, this is Saturday and at noon. So this is, middle of the day, Saturday. It looks like not many people are using it. It's nice and open for me. So that was 119 megabit download. And we're looking around a 10 megabit upload. There we go, 10.3. So there you go. Looks like we were averaging right around 100 or so. I'll do the math a little bit later, but it looks really nice. I'm going to wait until probably 1:32 o'clock this afternoon, and then we'll do another one. All right, here we go, everybody. It is 1:28 right now. It's basically 1:30, so we're going to do 1:30, do another 3 here. Let's see how internet traffic is right now. Ping of 39 milliseconds. And it's still looking pretty good. Like I said, my connection 6 megabit. My current one, sorry, the AT&T one. So this is obviously much, much better. 47.1 megabit per second. And again, the ping was 39 milliseconds. Anybody that's following, SpaceX launched, I think since the last time I did the first video, they've launched like 3 more in the last 2 weeks, 3 or 4 more flights, and there's another one tomorrow. Okay, that was 1. Let's do round number 2. And so that means they've done 150 more satellites. So the numbers are going to keep getting better and better all the time. The ping is 70 milliseconds in case you guys can't see that. And yeah, so they're doing a whole bunch. It was 45.7 megabit per second download. We're doing the upload. And again, this is on a Saturday afternoon at 1:30. And at least they're getting a lot more consistent. They used to really be very drastically. That was number 2 and number 3. Ping, ooh, the ping's high, 193. We must be right at the edge of the satellite's range, which means it's either leaving the range or coming into the range. See, and this is what happens. Okay, so it was down just at 1.5 megabit per second, and now the satellite's getting closer and closer and closer, so you notice it keeps bumping up speed. And that ended up being 39.5 for the download, 193 millisecond ping, that's pretty high. Looks like we're going to be somewhere around 5.09 megabit per second. So that was 1:30. I'll be back probably around 3 o'clock. I'm going to start probably doing them once an hour, once they hit prime time, which is 6, 7 o'clock, somewhere around there. So that way you guys can see how it actually interacts. And because, I mean, if we can have most of the day, 22 hours of the day, you can have really fast connections. But if those 2 hours during prime time, you can't do anything with it because there's nothing there, then it's just real frustrating. So, and, it might sway your opinion whether to get it one way or another, but it does pretty good for us. We have 2 TVs that are streaming all the time, plus 4 phones and tablets, between tablets and phones, 4 of those, and my laptop and everything else. And we've had all of them going before, and it does pretty well. So anyway, 1:30, I'll be back right around 3. All right, everyone. It is just a couple minutes after 3, so let's see what 3 o'clock looks like. We're going to just run 3 back to back. I'm going to try to stop talking so much. 50 milliseconds. Ooh, it's getting heavy. And this is what happens. Now, the funny part is this looks absolutely terrible. 8.1 megabits per second. Like, oh, wow, that looks terrible. But compared to what I have right now, that's still an improvement. And upload speed right around 5.89. Let's do number 2. (116 milliseconds), still not terrible. If you're playing a game, you might notice a little bit of lag. Ooh, it's taking a nosedive. We are streaming Hulu out in the main room, though, so that's eating up a little bit. That was 6.72 megabits. Download, ping of 116, and upload around 2. Still a lot better than what I have. 1.98. Okay. And number 3, let's get it going. 96 milliseconds. At this speed right now, it's good enough to stream HDX. So like 4K, or not 4K quality, but like Blu-ray quality. And our upload. So the download is 4.84, you see what I mean? Once it starts getting load, it really drops down. Now, I must reiterate that this is still, I'm on best effort. Basically, the best effort is means that other people get prioritized bandwidth before I do. because I was not the first one to sign up for it. And but if the network is under capacity, then I get full. Like I've seen over 200, but it happens at like 5 in the morning. So that's it for this one. I'll be back probably 4:30. 4 to 5, somewhere in there. Hey everyone, it is 4:23. We're going to go ahead and do another series of 3. It's starting to get closer to the time that it's going to be slowed down significantly. So 61 milliseconds is the ping. Really good speed so far. There we go. 59.9 megabit per second. Let's try upload. And again, the ping was only 61. And so 59.9 megabit download, 2.82 upload. Number 2. And 94 millisecond ping. .3 megabit download. .72 upload. And again, the ping was 94. And number 3. 67 millisecond ping. .2 megabit download. Upload's really bad on this one. It's actually still better than what I have on AT&T though. 0.97 megabit upload. So it is 4:25 right now. I'll be back probably 5:30, 6 o'clock to do another 3. Hey everyone, it is 6:20 now, 6:20 in the evening, still Saturday. We're going to do test number 1. 74 milliseconds. You can see the speed's really slowing down, because we're just coming into prime time now. And 2.87 megabit. Hell, the upload speed might be faster than the download. Nope, there it goes. So 2.87 megabit download, 1.96 upload. That was number 1. Let's do number 2. And 170 ping. Means the satellite's kind of far away. And we are still streaming in the other room. So it's 2.96 megabit download. Oh, and this one's really terrible. Okay, it's getting better. Yeah, the upload is better than the download. 4.93 upload. And number 3. .80 millisecond ping. Not looking good. Well, it's recovering right at the end. 6.5 megabit down. Like I said, 6.5 megabit down. I know some people are looking at this and they're like, oh my God, that's terrible. That's still better than what I have been paying for with AT&T. I have the fastest that you can have right now prior to StarLink, and that's AT&T DSL in the middle of nowhere. So I'm actually happy with the 6.5. I'm like, yeah, that's actually pretty decent. And for whatever reason, it didn't finish. It's 4.51 upload, but it's stuck. So that concludes this one, 6:20. I'll try to make another one around 7:30, 8 o'clock. All right, it is a little bit later than I thought. It's 8 o'clock now, 8 p.m. Saturday night. Try 1 of 3. All right, 65 milliseconds, not bad. Yeah, and we are right in the middle of prime time too, and we're still getting pretty good. Well, I don't know what you guys are used to getting, but that's awesome. For me, that's way better than anything I get here. That was 56.3 megabit per second download. We're doing the upload right now. It's 1.7, 1.8, somewhere around there. Yeah, 1.87. That was attempt number 1. Let's do number 2. Ping is down to 53 milliseconds. Yeah, we're doing pretty good because we're still streaming in the other room. Nice, 39.9 megabit per second download. .76 meg upload, and for attempt 3 of 3. Oh, really high ping. 260 milliseconds. That's really high. Yeah, not very good. Still good enough to stream though. 3.41. Not stream in ultra high def, but that's good enough to stream in HDX or just regular standard density, and 6.26 megabits. So that was 8 o'clock. So probably try again 9 to 10 o'clock, somewhere around there. All right, it is about 9:20, 9:14, quarter after 9. Whew. Satellites all the way at the edge, 266 millisecond ping. Ooh, look at that. Not even 1. Oh, there it goes. All right, 4.64 megabit per second download. Looks like 1.51 megabit per second upload. That was test 1. Let's do test 2. Again, this is at quarter after 9 at night. Ping better at 108. And see, this is what happens. This is about the busiest time of the night, from about 9 to 11. It's just horrendous. Look at that. 0.43 megabit per second. And just to remind you all, I'm on the best effort, which means I get last priority when it comes to bandwidth. However, this is test number 3. However, I'm still happy with this. This is still on average way better than what I was using. Okay, I get a little bit of glitchy at night, a little bit of buffering at night, but that's still way better than what I was getting. So this ping is 77 milliseconds. Because it doesn't buffer for very long. Satellites are coming in and out all the time. 9.34 megabit per second download. And 6.22 megabit per second upload. So that concludes at quarter after 9. Try to get back 10:30 or so, somewhere around there. And I'll probably go until a little bit after midnight, and then you should see it start picking up again. Then all night long, actually until about 2 in the morning. It is a little bit slow, but just fine. Like pretty much after 11 o'clock at night, you can stream with no problems, but it gets lightning fast about 5 in the morning. I've checked that before. All right, guys, it is 10:40, and I have my 8-week-old on my lap, so she might start making some noise. But here we're going to do the next three tests here. So, and I just stopped my streaming, but I've been streaming and I haven't been having any issues. I've just been doing YouTube. So we have 125 millisecond ping. And not too bad. 7.77 megabit down. .96 megabit up. That's test 1. Let's do test 2. Ping was 84 milliseconds. .5 megabit per second down. .94 megabits up, and let's do test number 3. Ping is back down to 59. And the reason why I keep repeating everything is because I notice in the YouTube videos, it's either hard to see or it gets cropped, so you can't actually see it. 6.28 megabit per second down, which that's generally what I got with the best AT&T, or the best service I could find out here was AT&T DSL, and 6 was the absolute best. And 3.36 megabits upload speed. So not too bad. I'm going to try it again. It's 10:45 right now, so probably pretty much right around midnight. I'm going to do it again. Hey, y'all, it is 10 after 12 right now. That's midnight. I'm going to do the last 3 here, and we're going to make a video. This one, you can see the speed's already going up quite a bit from where it was even an hour and a half ago. The ping on this one, 73. Downloads looking like right around 23.5 megabit per second. It's only going to go up tonight too, or in the morning as it gets later and later, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. By the time it hits 5 a.m., it's scorching like 200 and some odd megabit download. All right, so we have 1.65 megabit upload. Let's do test number 2. Again, ping's only 47, and you can already see our average speed's way up, even from the last one at 11 o'clock. Something about midnight, people start going to bed, I guess, and more bandwidth for everybody else. And again, remember that SpaceX is putting, at least 100 new satellites into orbit every month, so the speeds are only going to get faster and faster and faster. This one, the downloads 22.7 megabit per second, uploads 0.74. And let's do the last one here. Ping is 91 milliseconds. And this one's a little bit slower. I think it looks like if you look at the numbers we're going down, I think the satellite was going out of range, but now it switched over to another one. 4.21 megabits. That's still almost good enough to stream UHD, ultra high def, but at least enough for HDX, Blu-ray quality. The upload is faster than the download. So anyway, guys, that's it. If you want to go back through and check to see what the averages are, the worst one by far was 2 times ago, I believe, something like that. So. If you have any questions, if you want to see more certain days, certain times, more in a row, just let me know in the comments, and I'll see what I can do. And this is, again, the best effort option, where they say, hey, look, this is what SpaceX says. They come back and says, hey, look, so what we're gonna do is you can get this if you want to, because if your internet's really that bad, then you can get this, but we're gonna prioritize other people above you. And you basically get what's left over. And even the what's left over is better than what I had. So But if you're sitting there right now with a 50, 80 megabit connection that's pretty reliable, that's probably going to be better right now than Starlink, at least for the next year or two until they get more satellites in orbit. But if you're like me and you have a very, like, your best connection is extremely bad, then I would say do the best effort. It's going to be a big step up. So hope everybody's having a good weekend. Again, this is September 17th. Actually, we just rolled into September 18th, 2022. So everybody have a good rest of your weekend and a good week.